and welcome to this week's Hidden Gems. I'm Adam, taking Josh's place this time around. I wasn't really going to do this segment, but I found a really cool movie I want to talk about, and Josh gave me the green light to go ahead and do this episode. So without further ado, we're going to talk about Fish Story, a 2009 Japanese film that it's got the most interesting premise I think I've ever heard for a movie. And that's what gravitated me to this film. And it's been a couple years since I've heard of it, because I heard a critic talk about it a couple years ago and he played it at a film festival. And I was always like, man, I really kind of want to see this film. It's so obscure. It's so, you probably won't find it anywhere. And lo and behold, I was checking the Twitter sphere, and there it was. Somebody was talking about how they found it on a unnameable instant streaming site. And I went and checked it out. And I'm here to talk about it. So, like I said, we're talking about Fish Story, or in Japanese, A Fish Story. In 1974, a punk band in Japan writes this song called Fish Story, and this song is pretty much supposed to save the world when a comet is heading towards the planet. Now, how can a punk rock song save the world? It's a very interesting concept, and it makes you go, how does that even work? And even that premise alone gets you into this film, and you're just like, it's not just about the song, it's about what the song does to certain people. And this song pretty much influences these people to do certain things with their lives. And I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it may or may not help save the world. And you find out at the end. But yeah, this movie is directed by Yoshiro Nakamura, and the screenplay by Tamio Hayashi, and the film is based off of a book called Fish Story. And I have to say, like, this is such a fun movie, and it's unlike anything you've seen. If you get a chance to check it out, make sure you watch it with subtitles, because dubbing is stupid. I hate dubbing. I think it's terrible unless it's for something like Riki-Oh or some other, great movies that are kind of like, B movies brought over to the U.S. Then it's kind of funny. It starts off pretty much Tokyo. I believe it's Tokyo. Just a Japanese city. There's nobody. The streets are silent. There's like paper bags and like flyers just kind of hanging in the wind. And it's nothing. It's quiet. It's silent. And all the cars are parked on the side of the road, and there's not a person in sight. Then all of a sudden you get this guy kind of going through town, looking around, and he comes upon this sign for a record store, and it says the record store is open. There's blinking lights and an arrow points, and hey, come down here, check out this record store. And the guy walks into the record store, and he's just like, what are you guys doing open? Don't you know it's the apocalypse? Like, we're about to be hit by that comet. Looks outside, looks into the sky, there's a big ass comet starting to come towards Earth, and they got 5 hours before it impacts and kills everybody. And the record shop owner was really cool. He just goes, it's business hours, man. What you want me to do? And the guy who comes into the shop, who I don't believe they ever name, he's just like, well, this is unbelievable. I can't believe there's, people still here. And then there was a third guy who's been listening to music, and he comes in like it's no big deal, just talking with this shop owner about a particular music. And then that's where we get to the point where the record shop owner pulls out a vinyl for Fish Story and says, here's this song, dude. This is the greatest song ever. This song is going to save the world, man. And, of course, you got the skeptic guy, and he's just like, this is so stupid. You guys are morons. And he's just telling them that they're not living their lives, that listening to music is stupid. So if you're a music lover, it's like, dude, they bring music to the forefront, and it's like music changes lives. And that's a really powerful message. And you get the backstory then on the song. And that's one of the more interesting parts, is actually the band, how the band comes up with this song, and some circumstances surrounding the song that has become urban legend. And one of the other people's stories, because you have 4 different stories, like I said. And the first story that you get to, or you have the shop owner and the present time, where they're dealing with the comet outside. You have they have different time periods that the different stories are set in. One of them is about a kid who meets this, he's with these people, and they're listening to the song on cassette, and you know, he's affected by the song because he's listening to it when he's got to go take care of something that a girl who's apparently psychic tells him he's going to run into some problem that he's going to have to face, and the song kind of pushes him to do something. And I don't want to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm just so excited about this. And then the next story is a girl on a boat ferry, a ferry boat, who oversleeps and is accidentally stuck on this boat after her class gets off, and she fell asleep through the whole thing. And she meets a nice cook who is affected by the song. And then then you get the actual band. So there's your fourth story. So you have shop owner story, or the main present time. You have the boy who meets the psychic girl. You have the ferry story, or the ferry boat story. And then you have the band, the actual band. And that's the last story you get, is this band and the song and the circumstances around the song. And they pull it all together into this piece at the end where it fits. It does. It might feel a little weird. It's just like, well, this was all kind of convenient. But you kind of forgive it, and you're just like, wow, they pull all these things together. And it's kind of funny the way everything comes together in the end. And it's just overall great film. If I had to give this a media side rating, it would for sure be a high damn good. I think there's a lot of stuff people would love about it. It's in my top 50 films right now. It's up there, and it's such a good movie. It's so much fun. I think that a lot of people who haven't heard of it should check it out. And like I said, it's on a nameless instant streaming website. Go check it out and give it a good rating. It only got 3 stars, which blew my mind because it's so much better than that, and the concept alone is enough to make you go, at least give it a shot, because that film needs more good word. Give it 5 stars, give it 4 stars, anything but that 3 stars. And God, it's just a fantastic movie. A- on my personal grading scale, and it's just a fantastic film, a great hidden gem that has been kind of floating by the last couple years. Nobody's really talked about, but own it, find it by any means necessary, and check it out, and then have a copy of it. Because if you have somebody come over and they're like, what's this movie about? And you're just like, oh man, it's about a punk rock song that may or may not save the world. And it's just a great premise, fantastic acting, great direction, great movie, a fantastic hidden gem. For Media Side and for Hidden Gems, I'm Adam Snow. You can follow me on Twitter at AdamSnow89. And you all take care now.